What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be starting our first Madden franchise on the channel. This has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I'm just finally getting around to it. I have a setup more, suited for recording and stuff like that, so I'm finally able to do this. I know it's towards the end of Madden 21's life cycle, but we'll definitely be doing this through Madden 22. I don't have like a next-gen console as of now, but if these do well and you guys want to see better Madden franchise content, I'll get one for the sake of the channel. But for now, we're going to start with an Indianapolis Colts rebuild. This is a pretty good team. It's not too much of a rebuild off the bat, but eventually there's a few older players. There's definitely some positions they could upgrade, but it's pretty good. So let's just take a look at the team here. Offensive line, one of the better units in the league for sure. They added Eric Fisher at left tackle after the retirement of Anthony Costanzo. Then you have Quentin Nelson, arguably the best guard in the NFL, probably the best left guard, I'd say. Ryan Kelly, a really good center on the better side in the league. Mark Lewinsky, not too bad, but we could probably look to upgrade over him as well as Eric Fisher. Then Braden Smith, really underrated right tackle. He's pretty good. And moving to receiving core, we have Jack Doyle at tight end, former Pro Bowler. Mo Ali Cox, not too bad himself, had a pretty good 2020 season, had a good stretch for a while. T.Y. Hilton, Zach Pascal, Michael Pittman Jr., Paris Campbell, not the best receiving core. T.Y. should be good for about a year. Michael Pittman Jr. could be our future here. Paris Campbell was pretty good in real life. Don't know if he's going to be that great for us in the game. And Zach Pascal's not terrible. I know he's one of the better developing players in the game, so he should be able to get the star and above fairly easily, but we'll just have to see there. And then at quarterback, they made the blockbuster trade for Carson Wentz from the Philadelphia Eagles, which I think is going to help both the team and the player out a ton. Carson Wentz was playing like an MVP when he had Frank Reich in Philadelphia back in 2018 or 2017 as a sophomore in the league. He was really good, and Frank Reich was a big reason why. I think that reuniting with him in Indy is going to help him out a lot. And maybe it'll take a year or two to readjust to his system, but I think that Carson Wentz's career is not going to fall down the path it looked like it was going to last year in Philadelphia, where he was definitely the worst quarterback in the league, which is why his rating is so low in Madden. I'm hoping we can get him up that far. We can get him up, back to what he was before. He's only 27, so there's some room for us to be able to develop him back to what he once was. Hopefully we can do that. Moving on to defense, this is, I would argue a top 3 unit in the league. There's a couple places they could upgrade, and a couple guys they lost, like Danico Autry, but we'll just see for now. In the middle, on the line, we have DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart. Grover Stewart's a really underrated player, kind of broke out recently. Pomoko Toure at right end, could be an upgrade. He's not too bad, but not really what you want. Dayo Odenigbo, I believe that's how you say it, is a pretty good player. Then their first round pick they used on Kwity Paye, one of the best pass rushers in the draft, easily. Great team fit in my opinion. Great draft pick by them for sure. In the middle we have Darius Leonard, in my opinion probably a top 3 linebacker in the league. I have him playing middle. The game had him listed as left outside, and that's technically true. But even in a 4-3, that he's going to be rushing the passer in the game, so to fit with the game, I moved him to middle. So we'll try to upgrade left outside linebacker because Adams is not going to be it. We got Bobby Okereke, pretty young player. He's pretty good though. And then in the secondary, we have Kenny Moore II. I would say the most underrated player in the NFL. Super good, but he's a slot corner, so he's not going to get all the attention. Even Xavier Rhodes last year had more attention than him. Coming off a rough season in Minnesota where he was given a Pro Bowl nod even, which was super weird, but he was not good in his last year in Minnesota. Came to Indy and was back to being himself again. He was back to being his good self, making Pro Bowls. I don't believe he made one in 2020, but he was good enough to where he should have, I think. Yeah, he was really good. And then Rocky Ya-Sin, in real life, not that great, but 24 years old, 76 overall, star development. He should be a great player for us in the game. And then into the secondary, or into the safeties, my bad. We have Julian Blackmon. He'll be a rookie in the game, going into his second year in real life. And Kari Willis. You got, I believe that's Tavon Wilson, and Sean Davis as backups. And then on special teams, we got Rigoberto Sanchez and the GOAT, Rodrigo Blankenship, returning. We'll keep these the same. Specialist, I'm going to run Pittman in the slot, get him to develop. Jonathan Taylor, I didn't even mention Jonathan Taylor before. Great running back. This running back group is probably the best trio in the league. I won't say they're the best duo because I would say that would probably go to the Browns. But Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack, and Nyheim Hines should be a brutal triple threat for the league next year. I'm excited to see them play. Darius Leonard is not going to be my rush end. I'm definitely going to change that. Kenny Moore starting in the slot. Buckner is the rush D tackle. Kwity Paye the rush right end. Everything else is good, but we're going to change Darius Leonard real quick. And I will say, so you might have noticed that I gave Kwity Paye superstar development. I gave Deo Odenigbo star as well. I went through every team in the league and gave their first, or at least the first two players that they drafted, their first and second round picks, star or better development if they deserve it, in my opinion. It's all based on my opinion, and it varies. Some guys that you might think deserve superstar, I gave star, and then vice versa. You'll probably notice that throughout this series, but for now, that's just how it's going to go. I just did it kind of how I felt these players should be rated. We'll have to see, though. They'll probably develop regardless, so we'll just see. I just wanted to make it so I could give my own guys higher development traits and not just keep that normal, but also make it fair so the other teams have good guys as well. So I'm going to change around the positions a little bit, and I'll catch you guys in a sec. So I fixed the left end, and I also signed an outside linebacker to play for us, and that's Reuben Foster. Now, in real life, he kind of burnt all his bridges in the NFL. Might not necessarily play that much, but it is the NFL. Anything can happen. If Antonio Brown, and Kareem Hunt and all these other guys that have had issues in the past can get second chances, I'm sure Reuben Foster can too. So you never know. It's not the most unrealistic thing. So I signed him. He was a 75 at middle linebacker, and so I knew he'd go up at left outside. Didn't expect 3 overall, though. 78 left outside, that's pretty good. He's just the same overall as Bobby Okereke now. So our defense is completely filled out, and it says 83 overall. I feel like it should be a little higher. It's probably getting weighed down by Toure and Paye, but Kwity Paye should be a high overall by the end of the season, so we'll just get on to that. And so now I'm going to catch you guys at the end of preseason for cut day. Alright, so here we are at cut day. Preseason, we just had some leadership things. A couple of issues, though. If we go to injury report, Antoine Woods, he was our third-string defensive tackle, but still a good player. Complete ACL tear. That's far more than just the regular season out, so we're going to put him on IR, and we'll have to sign a replacement or just keep who we have behind him. I don't know exactly who we have at D-tackle for depth, so we'll have to see. And then Nyheim Hines broke his ribs. 4 weeks, that's not too bad, plus he's the third-string running back. He's potentially a trade candidate for the trade deadline anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But that's just something to know for now. And so now we're going to cut some players, trim down the roster, and we'll see what we have left after that. So I'm going to keep just 2 quarterbacks on the roster. We're good with Eason and Wentz. Running backs, Hines is on there. We'll keep 4 for now. Fullback, don't need one, don't have one. Receiver, I'm going to cut it down to 3. So I'll go with Hilton, Pascal, Pittman, Campbell, and Doolin. I'll probably sign one more off the practice squad in week 1. I'm not a big fan of these other guys, so I'll cut those in a sec. Tight ends, I'll trim it down to 3. Tackle, I'll move and stuff. We'll cut it down to, probably 1 depth player per position on the line. Defensive end, I'll cut down to 5 total. D-tackle, cut down to probably 3 or 4. Linebackers, that's probably pretty good. I don't think I need to change any linebackers. Corner, I'll cut some. Safety, I'll trim to 2 backups. And then I'll cut Eddie Pinheiro too. So I'll get back in a second after I make all those moves. Alright, so I trimmed the team down to what we needed to get. This is week 1, so I was able to sign Javon Wims off a practice squad. I had to just because of who it is, professional boxer Javon Wims.
Happened well after the play. I mean, it's over. The play's over. Whoa.
So, by the way, I didn't address this earlier, but I'm not going to be playing any games in the first season. We're just going to kind of simulate unless we get to the playoffs, which this team definitely can. Hopefully they sim well. We'll have to see. But in year 2 is when we'll start playing games. I'm probably just going to play, every other game or something like that. I'll figure that out in between episodes. But for now, we're just going to sim through the first season and see what we have here. So first off, I will upgrade some players, and we'll just see what we got here. Predicting wins. I'm going to say make playoffs. I really hope they sim well. Usually when I use Colts playbooks in Madden, they do pretty well off the bat, so I'm just going to hope that they do the same for us. We'll have to see. Breakout player challenge. Let's see. Kari Willis. Well, he's not going to be starting in the regular season, so... oh, he had it already. Okay, 4,000 XP. You know what? I'll take that. I will take that. I will definitely take that. Let's see. Probably gave him an upgrade point. It gave him star. That's pretty interesting. It did not, but it just gave him that. That's fine. You know what? It's okay, because I'm not sure how old he is. I think he's like 24-ish, I believe. He is 24. Cool. So, 24-year-old. If we can get him up to star, then Kari Willis will be a little bit better. Oh. Julian Blackmon is injured. Didn't notice that before. Dislocated ankle out 7 weeks. Well, that's a little bit of a complication. I just cut Sean Davis, so we don't have a good backup. I'll have to play Tavon Wilson as my starting free safety. Not too bad, but, you know, Julian Blackmon should have been a big piece on this team for now, but we'll just have to see. So I will catch you guys the mid-season, and I'll catch you guys up there. Alright, so here we are at the trade deadline. We're 2-4. We are worse than the Houston Texans. So, the playbooks are not good, but it's the first season, so I don't really care. A high draft pick would probably be better anyway. Speaking of, I'm going to do some scouting here. I've done some already. I've scouted a little bit of quarterbacks. I'm not against, replacing Carson Wentz already, even though in real life I don't think they will. Receivers a little bit, because T.Y. Hilton's going to be not as good, and maybe even a free agent, I'm not sure. Left tackle, because Eric Fisher's old. All offensive line, actually, because you can kind of just move them around wherever. Nothing too crazy here. There's some guys I'd like to pick up in the draft, but I don't know what kind of moves I'm going to make. And especially for the trade deadline, I don't think I'm going to do anything. I was going to trade Marlon Mack because I'm not going to need him. Jonathan Taylor's the future starter of this team. But he got hurt. By the way, this just got cleared up. The weeks just got through the injuries, but I had 5 injuries at one point. They're all cleared up. Mack will be back next week. Antoine Woods is still out, obviously, with the torn ACL. But, yeah, there were 5 different injuries. So, at one point, Taylor was the only healthy running back. So everyone's getting carries this season, so that's nice. But, contract-wise, I haven't even looked at these other than I saw Marlon Mack on the front. Not going to re-sign him. T.Y. Hilton's 30. I'm probably not going to take him either. Xavier Rhodes, maybe, because corners are a little hard to develop in Madden. Especially because I'm losing a couple other DBs. I might try to keep Xavier Rhodes depending on how expensive he is. Right now, I'm not going to. I'll try to sign him after he regresses. We'll see. Mo Alley Cox, I'd like to keep. He could eventually be a starter. Under $4 million a year, I'll take it. He wants more. He wants a higher salary and a bonus. We'll try to get him locked up long term. Zach Pascal, I'd like to keep as well. $5 million a year is a little steep for Zach Pascal. I might just let him walk, honestly. Eric Fisher, he wants $8 million a year. Not happening. Not for a normal development 29-year-old that's under 80 overall. Antoine Woods, coming off that injury, $4 million a year. Not terrible. I'll probably sign him after the season. I'm going to say Quadeen Muhammad. We'll pick him up. He wants a better salary. My lord, none of these guys want to sign. Alright, so no successful contracts so far. I'll try to get some more, but we'll just see. By the end of the season, we'll have some signed for sure. I will catch you guys after the season. Probably not going to have too good of a record unless we have a crazy turnaround, but I'll see you then. Alright, here we are at the Super Bowl week. We finished 4-12, which, in the grand scheme of things, disappointing, but at least we get a high draft pick. That should be pretty good for us. Yearly awards, I doubt we're going to have anyone in there, but we'll check anyway. MVP, no one. We are the Colts, so AFC. No one in Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, maybe. Nope. Offensive Rookie of the Year? Nope. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Quiddy Pay, number 5. Cool. That's fine. I didn't look at their stats yet. We'll do that here. Let's just see what we got rolling. See anyone did well, you know, solo at least. 19th best offense. That's not the worst, obviously. And 30th defense. That would probably be why we kept losing. Carson Wentz, just not exceptional. Interception numbers a little high. Touchdowns not too high. You know, it's just kind of whatever. There was no like lead rusher anyway, so you know rushing isn't really a factor. Receiving. Jack Doyle at tight end with 87 receptions for 939 yards. That should not be a thing. Yeah, the playbooks are definitely getting changed for next season. Lion, Eric Fisher was god-awful. Everyone else was pretty good. Defense, tackles, Tavon Wilson. Dear God, this team's just all out of whack. Tackles for loss, Kwity Paye. Only 1 sack, which is, I don't know what the hell's going on there. But 18 tackles for loss, that's pretty good. It's 17 for DeForest Buckner, 12 for Grover Stewart, 10 for Kenny Moore. That's a little weird for a corner to have that many. Sacks, DeForest Buckner leads with 7.5. Tavon Wilson 3, Odenabo 3. We're gonna have to change that. We're gonna have to change up the defensive scheme too. We're just gonna. This team's gonna be playing a lot differently. Rhodes and Willis with only 2 picks leading the team. Not very good. Let's look to upgrade this team in free agency. Good lord. I scouted some more. I'm trying to find linebackers. I'm gonna let Reuben Foster walk. He was asking for like $7 million a year, which he's not worth, in my opinion. Not at normal development. He didn't go up at all. You know, so I'm looking for middle linebackers to move to outside. We'll just see. I was looking at Joe Kitchens. Pretty solid player, it looks like. We'll have to see his combine measurables. And then right outside, I'll scout as well, just because, you know, he's going to stay the same overall. If we move him to left, doesn't really matter. We will see what we can get there. Hopefully, we can find someone in free agency. That would be awesome. Let's see if anyone upgraded dev traits. I doubt it, personally, just because no one played very well. But we'll see. We'll see. Does not look like it. Pittman at star. That's what I was expecting. Taylor as star. He'll upgrade more once he gets to be the lead back, I bet. I'm kind of surprised Jack Doyle didn't go up, but, you know, that's whatever. Odenabo had star. I gave him star. Bobby Okereke with star. That's actually really encouraging. Middle... Our linebacking core, our front 7 should be pretty solid next year. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll upgrade over Kamuka Ture. We'll have to see what we got available there. I'll move to the re-sign period. I don't think there's anyone that I'm necessarily too keen on keeping. Marlon Mack, like I said earlier, is going to leave. The depth offensive linemen are asking too much, so I'll try to snipe some in free agency. See if we can get Xavier Rhodes. Did not go down on overall. He's asking for $6 million. I'll give it to him. We'll still have, okay, not interested in signing. Franchise tag's gonna be way too much, I bet. We'll try to lowball him in free agency, see if we can get him. Zach Pascal still wants $5 million a year. There's usually good receivers. We'll just see what we can get in free agency. Not too concerned there. Retirements. I don't think any of our guys would have retired. I doubt it. Hunter Jeffries. That's just because he retired. Yeah, no, none of our guys retired. That's good. The Browns won the Super Bowl by 1 point against the Panthers. That would be an interesting matchup. Zach Wilson won MVP. Kevin Stefanski won Coach of the Year. Russell Wilson, Offensive Player of the Year. Bobby Wagner, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jalen Hurts. Obviously, he's not a rookie in real life. Micah Parsons wins Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Cowboys. I could definitely see that happening in real life. All right, we're just going to move past the re-sign. Let everyone walk. It's okay. I'm not too worried. I think we're going to be able to build this team up quite well with $56 million in free agency. Let's see it. All right. We got Trent Williams in free agency. Marlon Mack there. Casey Hayward. That's a huge step down from 93 to 86 overall. Not looking too good. Richard Sherman. Wait, why did it... It kept Xavier Rhodes on the team. It was not supposed to do that. That's a little strange. Xavier Rhodes is supposed to be in free agency, but he's still on the team. You guys saw me trying to sign him, and him. Oh, he's not on the team. So it's just lying to me on that screen. Madden is all kinds of messed up. I don't understand sometimes. This game is quite glitchy. I'm sure you guys know that, but that's why managing a team is a little more fun than playing the game. Jason Verrett might be worth picking up at 30 years old. Sammy Watkins as well. It's not okay. It's not letting me click on players. I'm gonna try to close app and go back in and see what I can do here. Hopefully it won't be glitched. Let's see. Okay, there we go. It's loading the actual players I have on my roster now, so we're able to do free agency normally. Sammy Watkins, I think I'm going to offer on. I'll try to lowball him a little bit. He doesn't have any offers at the moment. We'll see. We'll see. 81 points for that offer. I'm not against paying him that much, honestly. In 3 years, like, that's not terrible. Justin Coleman, we do already have a slot corner, but we could always upgrade him and make him a man corner if we want. Might be a good pickup. I think I'm actually going to pick up Ronald Darby. He's only 27. I think that'd be a great addition to our team. We'll have to see. And then the next thing I actually want to check is first receiver, because we don't really have anyone that good. Watkins, obviously, we just saw. I'm willing to pick up another one as well. Don't really have anyone too good to play in the slot now. I don't know who I would play in there. Maybe Willie Snead. I think I'm just going to leave our receiving core where it's at. No one's jumping out at me as a steal at the moment, but that's okay. Tight end, I don't really need to upgrade that badly. Tunyon would be a good pickup. I'll see if Jack Doyle's contract is tradable or cuttable. If it's just movable in general, then I'd consider picking up Tunyon. We'll just have to see. Because I did just pay Mo Ali Cox a little bit of money. It's movable, and like he's 31, and I don't want to pay him $6 million next year after he regresses again. I don't think he's gonna have any interest in trades, but maybe he will. Who knows? Madden works weird. Yeah, because of his age, no one's gonna want him. I'll just release him, and then sign Robert Tunyon. I think that's a good replacement for him. He'll be a good eventual starter anyway. We'll just have to see. All right, so we're offering him Robert Tunyon. He's not asking a lot, so that's a pretty fair deal in my opinion. I'd love to go for Trent Williams, but I don't want to shell out that much money for him, even though his contract should not be up at this point. But, you know, whoever made the roster didn't change his contract. It's whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. Cam Robinson sims terribly, so I don't think I'm going to go with him either. We'll see what other positions there are. Simile at left guard. Ethan, pronounce that however you want. I'm not going to. Elijah Wilkinson at right guard, nothing too great. Morgan Moses might be worth signing. I think I'll try to pick him up and then move him to left tackle. I'll be paying him less than he would have. Like if I moved him to left tackle beforehand, he'd ask for more. So I'll just try to sign him, move him to left, see how that works out. D tackle, I don't really need anyone. There are some good ones available. Jaron Reed, go on short. Right end, don't need anybody. Left outside linebacker. Could sign Reuben Foster. Damian Wilson, maybe. Let's see, middle. Anyone I can move to left? Not really. No one too great. I could consider signing KJ Wright. He does have superstar development, but it's just not looking that great. I'll sign. Reuben Foster wants a long-term deal. Who wants a one-year deal? I'll sign Michael Kendricks. Brother of Eric Kendricks, by the way, in case you didn't know that. I'll sign Michael Kendricks. Low ball him, hopefully he takes that. If he doesn't, that's fine. I can rock out with Adams for a little bit, but I'm going to still try to draft his replacement. I'm only going to keep him for 1 year. I could end up cutting him at cut day anyway. We'll just see. Corner, Sidney Jones I want. He's young. He's not asking a lot. He's a good overall. The only reason why he doesn't have any interest is because he has normal development, but that can obviously change. It's more likely to change if we're in control anyway, so we'll just see what we can do there. I'll try to pick up a backup safety. Let's see who doesn't want much at all. Chris Banjo. I'll take him. Low ball offer. That should be okay. I feel like he'll take that eventually. Strong safety. I'll sign Ryan Neal. Just some lower tier safeties. You know, they might be good if they need to play. Hopefully they don't have to. I'm hoping we don't have as injury riddled this season as we did last year. That would kind of suck. 73 points, that should be good. Alright, I'm going to sim a week. Let's see if we can get these guys. If not, that's okay. I'm hoping we can get some of them at least. We got Morgan Moses, we got Neal, we got Michael Kendricks, we got Ronald Darby, we got Sammy Watkins, and we got Chris Banjo. That is, if not everyone, that is damn close to it. That is pretty good. Good free agency. You know, nothing exceptional. This isn't the best free agent class. I think next year will probably be better, but we'll just have to see. This should fill out the team, and again, with some playbook changes, you know, our personnel wasn't too terrible. Sidney Jones and Robert Tunyon. Robert Tunyon we're leading in. I'm going to have to up the offer on Sidney Jones if we still want him, which I do. Darby's there, but, you know, Sidney Jones is still good as well. I'd love to keep him, or I'd love to get him. Not quite enough to jump the Chargers. I'd like to jump their offer if I can. Not 5 years. I'll keep the years the same. 29 is probably a good year to let him go if I need to. We have jumped them in offer. It should go 50-50. You know, we might not get him. If not, it's not that big of a deal. Not going to stress too much about it. We did get Ronald Darby. He's just a couple years older. Same overall, I believe. That should be okay. We will see, though. Linebackers, we should be okay. I'd like to find a good option. Don't think we're going to get one, though. I'll scout some corners. And then we will go to the draft and see what we can do there. So, alright, nothing too great for corners. Yeah, I'm going to see if we get these free agents real quick. Let's see if we got them. Hopefully we did. We got Tunyon. We did not get Sidney Jones. Again, that's okay. I wish we would have gotten him, but it's not that big of a deal. He ended up going to the Chargers. That's alright. Fifth-year options. Let's see what we got. Fifth-year option for Quentin Nelson. That is probably the biggest no-brainer possible. He is the best guard in the league, probably. I'd say it's him and Zach Martin. He's definitely the best at his position. We will definitely be extending him next year, or the year after, I believe. Yeah. Still $29 million left in salary cap. Not going to rush to that. If we do well by the trade deadline, I might make a blockbuster trade. We'll just see. I might make a draft day trade too, but I'm gonna scout a little bit, get to these next 2 weeks, and get to the NFL draft. So I'll see you then. Alright, I finished up the offseason. Now we're going to start the NFL draft. So let's just see how it goes. By the way, we have the 3rd pick in every round, so despite having, was it like 4 wins, we still have the 3rd worst record. I don't think there's any can't miss guys I need to trade up for. I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot for whatever I need. Raiders probably won't take this guy. Chargers definitely won't take this guy. I could take this quarterback. Cole Burrows. Early first-round guy. Not the fastest. He's an improviser. He's got good break sack, throw accuracy short. He's an improviser. It's like 12 bench press reps. He did okay. He did okay in everything. He did well, at least. 1st and 20-yard shuttle. 1st and 3 cone. Like, he doesn't seem that outstanding. Let's see Alani Woods. Alani Woods is also an early guy. He's a year older. Throw power, throw accuracy short, throw accuracy mid. 18, he's 2nd in bench press. Neither of them are very fast. That's the thing. Was there any good quarterback? There was no other good quarterback. So those are the 2. I could take those guys, or I could go with Jared Davis. I could reach with Jared Davis, left tackle. Jermaine Stapleton, not going to waste a first pick on him. Derek Johnson, not too great. A little bit of a reach. Jermichael Johnson, could be a good pick. 1st and damn near everything. That's pretty good. Might be a good pick. Patrick Callahan, receiver. Nothing too outstanding there. Mac Herring, that would be a reach. Britton Foster, that would also be a reach. I'm going to think about this for a sec, but I'll be back. Alright, so I've narrowed it down. I don't think I'm going to go with a receiver because there's actually some first-round ranked guys I can get later in the draft. There's a guy projected 5th round that's a first-round guy, so I'll end up taking him. I've narrowed it down to Tevin Green, who would be the perfect left outside linebacker of the future. Early first-round guy. Fairly fast for a linebacker, not too bad. Good vert jump. But bottom line, he's a coverage outside linebacker, which never are projected that way in the draft and are good. So that is a huge plus. I think I'll probably go with him. when the time comes, especially because he's projected second round. I'm going to go take a center in the second. He's a projected late second round, and he's an early first round talent. So I'll probably take a center. The corner I wanted, he's good, but I just, it's not my #1 priority necessarily. I did get Ronald Darby. I should be okay at corner. Every other position's kind of meh, whatever, I'll take the rest later. So I think I'm going to go with Tevin Green here when we get to our pick. So I'm just going to double check, make sure that he does not get taken ahead. I guarantee you he's not going to, but we'll see anyway. Josh Mason, 75 overall. And Lecarius Wise. I'm hoping that 75 is not the highest overall in this draft. That would really suck. I would really not be happy if that was the case. But if he's lower, give me star better development. That's all I'm asking for. Tevin Green, welcome to the team. He has less than 75, but he's got star better development. That is so lucky. The draft classes on PlayStation are not that great. They're much better on Xbox. But we managed to get star better development. That is so hard to get on PlayStation. I'm real happy with that. 74 pass coverage. This is great. Oh, he's going to be a great play for us. 80 tackle, 79 hit power, 91 acceleration, 83 pursuit. Pretty damn good. It's perfect. They didn't make him a pass rusher. That's exactly what I needed. Yeah, he's going to be a great player for us. I'm excited. Coverage linebacker. He'll be a great 4-3 outside. Can't wait to get this guy on the field and see what his development trait is. More than likely it's star, but we'll just see. Hopefully he'll get superstar or better. And then now I'm going to sim all the way to the second round. I don't need to trade up for anyone. This is going pretty much exactly how I needed it to go. Let's see, hopefully that center's still there. Yeah, there we go. Felix Jackson. He could play anywhere on the line, and I don't necessarily need him to play center for us because we do have Ryan Kelly, but he could play either tackle spot. He could end up playing guard for us. He's 6'3", 313. Centers in Madden can play anywhere on the line fairly easily, and especially because he's an early first-round guy, I'm going to take him here. Normal development, but he's a 77 overall, #2 in the class. That is a great pick. Got him at number 35. Fantastic value. He's a power lineman. Got 81 run blocking, 79 pass blocking, 84 power run blocking. That's great. Like, he's already a great blocker. That's exactly what we needed. Pass blocking especially. We'll need to protect Carson Wentz, who will be our quarterback for next year, confirmed now. So that is a great pick for us. I might move him to left tackle over Morgan Moses, depending on what the overall is. We'll just see. We'll see what overall he is later. Round 3. I might take that receiver that I saw just because some teams snipe guys before they're supposed to be drafted. We'll just see who's on our draft board at the moment. Some tackles. Actually, right tackle, that's not too bad. Bryce Green was who I was on. He's a mid-first round guy, projected mid-5th. I don't want to take the chance in waiting until the 4th round, personally. But at the same time, like Kyrie Huntington, I'm not going to be able to get a corner as good as him later. I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just pray to God that Bryce Green doesn't get drafted in the 3rd round. He shouldn't. He really shouldn't. I'm going to take Kyrie Huntington. 70 overall, normal development. That's a good value pick, though. Good depth at corner. That's kind of all I needed from that pick. Pretty good. And the reorder thing is stuck in the screen. So I'll try to get rid of that. But I'm going to take that receiver now. Hopefully he's still there. I'm really, really hoping that he's there. He should be. There he is. Bryce Green. Welcome to the Colts. He is a 74 overall. That is honestly better than I thought he'd be. Perfect addition to the team. Great depth receiver. He might even be able to start in the slot for us. We will have to see. That is a great pick. So far, this draft is going pretty much as perfect as I could want it to. We got all the positions we need and some great value picks. You know, the linebacker we got and the center, both great. They'll be good starters. Everyone else is pretty good depth. I don't think I need to take another receiver. I will, let's see. 2nd round receiver. 3rd round linebacker. I think I'm going to take this linebacker, Jameson. Okay, let's see. Jamarcus Gardner is a late round. Jameson Young is a mid round. We'll take Jameson Young here. 68 overall, not too bad. That is a good depth guy. He's better than either of our two middle linebackers behind Darius Leonard, so he'll be much better. He'll definitely make the team. Moving on to the 6th round, maybe I'll take a receiver here to fill out our receiving core. Make sure we don't have to sign anyone else and waste our money, because receivers cost too much, even when they're not that great in Madden, especially. Yeah, I will take Delvin Williams here. 68 overall. Pretty good pick there. And then 7th round, I don't think matters too much, but we'll still go to it anyway. I'll show you guys so you guys can stay, up to date on what we're doing with this team. I'm going to stop this episode after this pick. We will review our draft and go from there. I will take Leslie Clinton, middle linebacker, with our last pick. 66 overall. He will actually still be a backup linebacker anyway. I might move to outside, but he'll back up for us anyway because our backups are not that great. Good pick to end. Oh, wait, we have one more pick. All right, well, if anyone's on our board, then I'll take a pick. But if not, then I'll just trade the pick. Take a 6th round next year or even a 7th round. We'll just see. Draft board. There's receivers. Cedric Hyde. Larry Pearson. We'll take Larry Pearson here. 65 overall receiver. Not great, but still a good value pick. And that'll do it for our first draft of the franchise. This is definitely new for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want me to change about the formatting of this. I'm changing it up a little bit. Most of the franchise YouTubers I watch try to do it in one video. I figured might as well make it a little mini series and do it that way. I feel like it's a little more exciting that way, having to wait for new episodes. So we'll see. So Tevin Green looks to be amazing. I can't wait to see him play. Great player. Felix Jackson. Great pick. Kerry Huntington. Our lowest pick was a 65. We could have done a lot worse there. So we'll just see what the team is looking like here. We'll see if he's already a backup for left tackle, what his overall will be. Let's just see. We don't actually know. Okay, Felix Jackson. He's a 78 at left tackle. So I probably will move him there because, we have Ryan Kelly. I never moved Morgan Moses over. I'll move him over now to left tackle. And then I will move our new center over there as well, because we will not need him to play center because we have one of the better ones in the league in Ryan Kelly. I just drafted him because, again, I mentioned earlier, Madden offensive linemen can kind of play anywhere, especially centers. Centers in particular are really good no matter where you put them. And that is good news for us because we definitely need help at left tackle. Eric Fisher was not good. Moses could have been better, but I think this guy will end up being better anyway. And plus, if we can potentially get him upgraded overall, get him over an 80 this season, that'd be fantastic. And I think our team would be really set at that point. We'll have to see. I'll generate the best lineup. And boom, Felix Jackson starting at left tackle. This is a great offensive line. Can't really complain about that. I think Wentz is really the weak link of this offense, and we'll have to see if we can upgrade him next year. Those quarterbacks just really didn't impress me statistically, and we ended up getting Green in the draft. We ended up getting Tevin Green, and I just think he's a better pick than either of those QBs would have been. And I think next year that they'll probably be better QBs in the draft, or maybe even in free agency for us to pick up to replace Wentz if we need to, because Wentz could break out this year. You never know. So in the next episode, episodes plural, we'll be getting into playing some games in the second season. But for now, that'll do it for the first episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.